It had been 3 months since I confronted Karen in the spa, and for a while, the air in Maple Grove felt lighter. No petty notices, no dirty looks at the school drop-off. Even the HOA meetings returned to what they should have been: boring, brief, and balanced. But Karen wasn't done. Women like her don't lose. They regroup. It started subtly. An anonymous tip to Child Protective Services claiming we left our children unsupervised at night. The agent showed up politely but confused. We invited her in, showed her our home, our schedules, even Caleb's bedtime alarm. She closed the case in 5 minutes. "I'm sorry," she said on the way out. "We get these sometimes. People think they're anonymous." "Are they?" I asked. She smiled slightly. "Not when it's the fourth one from the same person in a year." Karen had tried this on others before. Now she was trying it on me. I told David that night, "She's playing with fire." He nodded. "I've already filed for access to HOA communications through the bylaws. She's not as protected as she thinks." What we didn't expect, what no one saw coming, was her next move. She tried to frame Simone. At the school's winter formal, Simone had been selected as co-chair for decorations. She and a small team of girls worked for weeks creating an elegant winter wonderland in the gym. Handmade garlands, snowflake projections, a cocoa bar, the works. Everyone said it was the best it had ever looked, until the fire alarm went off. The event was shut down. Smoke was detected in the back hallway, and someone had pulled the alarm. The next morning, the principal called me and David in. Simone sat between us, arms crossed, face pale but angry. "There's video footage," the principal said cautiously. "It shows Simone near the back hall 5 minutes before the alarm went off, and we found an empty bottle of lighter fluid in the trash." "What?" I said, my voice flat. "She was helping set up decorations," David said. "Is there footage of anyone else in that area?" "There is," the principal hesitated. "But someone emailed us an anonymous tip that Simone had a lighter in her bag." David leaned forward. "Let me guess. No name on the email, just concern." The principal nodded. "Then you don't have a case," I said. "You have suspicion and sabotage." Simone looked at us. "I didn't do it, I swear." "We believe you," I said immediately. "We asked for access to the footage." Karen had cut corners this time. Her son Tyler had come back around recently, trying to be friends with Simone again. I'd warned her to be careful, that sometimes apologies come with agendas. Turns out Tyler had asked Simone to meet him near the hallway just before the dance started. Told her he had a surprise. Then he didn't show. The camera caught it all. Simone standing, waiting, then walking back toward the gym. Minutes later, the alarm blared. We found the footage of a janitor closet door opening. A shadowy figure, too tall to be Simone, ducked in with something shiny in their hand. The timestamp? 2 minutes after Simone left. Karen had tried to pin arson on my daughter. It didn't work. But this time, I wasn't content with just defending ourselves. This time, I went on the offensive. David and I put together a formal misconduct case against Karen for abuse of HOA authority, harassment, defamation, and endangering a minor. We presented our case at the next board meeting, held in the community center, standing room only. I stood at the front, folder in hand. "My name is Dr. Nadine Ellis. Many of you know me. Many of you have watched Karen Harper target my family since the day we arrived. What you might not know is that this is not new behavior." I clicked the projector. Here are 7 previous complaints filed by Karen against other families in Maple Grove over the past 5 years. Each one dismissed. Each one aimed at families who didn't fit: divorced couples, mixed-race households, renters. Gasps filled the room. I continued. "Here is security footage from our home, time-stamped, disproving 3 complaints filed by Karen in 2024 alone. Here are copies of emails sent from her HOA address that directly contradict the bylaws. Here's a tip she sent anonymously to Child Services." The case was closed in minutes. And here I took a breath. Is footage of my daughter being lured into a setup at her high school, followed by an attempt to accuse her of arson. Karen stood up. "This is slander. You have no proof." David stood. "You emailed the school anonymously. We have the metadata. Same printer, same time-stamp pattern as your previous flyer." Frank, the HOA president, stood too. "We'll take a vote now." Karen was removed from the board that night. Not just suspended, expelled. The room applauded. I didn't. I just watched her leave. Her perfect hair shaking with every stomp of her heels. She didn't look at me. Couldn't. It felt like a victory. But victories don't always bring peace. The next morning, we woke to eggs on our windows. The driveway was chalked with the words, "Go back." That same night, a bag of dog feces was left on our porch. Karen's hand? Maybe. But more likely, someone who thought she was a hero. That's what happens when people like her are exposed. They don't go away, they multiply. We cleaned it all up. We installed new cameras. David hired private security to patrol the block for 2 weeks, quietly and without announcement. We didn't want fear, we wanted facts. Simone stayed strong. So did Caleb. The neighborhood began showing support in small, quiet ways. A card slipped into our mailbox. "I'm sorry, I didn't speak up sooner." A bouquet on the porch. "Your daughter is the class act our school needed." One neighbor, a white woman named Claire, who once sat on the fundraising committee with Karen, dropped off a bottle of wine. "She used to do the same thing to me," she said. "I left the board because of her." And slowly Maple Grove began to shift. Not overnight, not perfectly, but people started seeing, hearing, questioning. At the next fundraiser, Simone was again voted lead. This time, no drama, no sabotage. Tyler, he transferred schools. Karen, we heard, moved her wellness work to another neighborhood entirely, a smaller one, less diverse. She'll be someone else's problem now. But she won't be forgotten here. And me? I'm still walking Winston every morning, still smiling when I pass the neighbors who used to look the other way, still waving to the children riding bikes down our clean, quiet street. I earned this life. I built it brick by brick, patient by patient, case by case. And no one will make me feel like I don't belong in the house that I bought, in the neighborhood I earned, living the life I deserve. So to anyone watching, whispering, or waiting for us to fail, keep watching. We're just getting started.